from? It came from.
Yes, once again, this is the part of the show where we get into everything that the internet, the metaverse, if you will, topics that they bring us, right? And you know what? If you find these answers useful, no matter where you're watching, just give us a like, help other people find this content. It's really helpful. The first one up here is going to be from the Discord. This is the second week in a row. We've had a really good question from the Discord, so I want to make sure that we get to this one. This is by Deep Sea Hippo. And they write, what are your all's opinions on attending an accredited versus not accredited master's HFES program? Barry, I'm going to pass this over to you because you are somebody who attended not graduate school. And so, or you don't have that experience. And so what is your experience maybe hiring others that have been to an accredited institution versus not? Does it matter?
Yeah, so it was interesting because when I did my bachelor's degree, it was in engineering. It wasn't in human factors, and it wasn't a course that was accredited by the institute I wanted to get chartered by. So it basically meant that when I come to do my chartership, I had to do jump through a whole lot of hoops. And really, that's fundamentally what it boils down to for me. Is if you're going to go, certainly in the UK, we would talk about the CIHF accredited degree, and if you want to go on and get your full membership for the CIHF, now I'm assuming HFES is similar, but particularly if you want to get your full membership, or you want to get your chartership, which you can get in the UK, then having the accredited degree makes your life a bit easier later on, because it means that the institute knows what the components of that degree was. But fundamentally, later on, it really doesn't matter as much. I think if you, as an employer, if I know that you've come from you've got a human factors degree, and does it matter if it's been a CHF accredited one or an HFES accredited one? It's useful, but it's not the be all and end all, I think. Yeah, he's waving around his "it depends" t-shirt, but it kind of does. I don't think it makes a difference for jobs. I'll say that, because we would talk to you anyway, and it's really about what you do and what you've done, not necessarily just the nature of your degree. I think it's about where you want to go with your professional qualifications. That it could make life a bit easier for you, but it actually, in the grand scheme of things, if you want to get to a certain level, it's not going to block off any options for you. It might just mean you have to do a bit more work further down the line.
Yeah, I echo that sentiment. I think from the HFES side, you're right. Where if they are accredited, then they do have a certain rigor or certain standards associated with them, and so there is sort of a mutual understanding of what you've been through, what you've studied, and where you're coming from. I think you're absolutely right there. It doesn't necessarily matter long term. I think experience is going to have a bigger role in that. And ultimately, your specialty is going to play the biggest role in where you go. And so if there's a program that makes more sense because it's more focused on your specialty and less on human factors, then do that. I think there are some other benefits to having a program that's accredited. Let's say if you wanted to work your way up the organizational hierarchy ladder, you can certainly start at an accredited institution by becoming like a lower, starting at a lower position, like a note taker, official note taker of the Human Factors and Ergonomics Society, your university division or whatever it is, right? And then you slowly work your way up. Oh, president of that division, and then you can use that to kind of leverage yourself into the professional environment. And there are tons of opportunities for networking events and other get-togethers that happen at these conferences that I think are another kind of unspoken resource available to being able to I guess integrate with others from that community. So it just makes the friction, it makes it not frictionless, but there's less friction with trying to integrate into the society at large. If you want HFES to be your home, other people call other conferences and organizations home. But for us human factors practitioners, right, HFES, Chartered Institute, I think those ones are the ones that are typically looked at, IEA, from those perspectives. You want to look at those, right? Get your foot in the door there. I think that's kind of the biggest benefit to doing an accredited versus not accredited program. But ultimately, I am going to point to my shirt again. It does depend on sort of what your trajectory is for your path. If you want to study something that's very specific, that's outside of that accreditation, don't rule it out, because you can always become a member of that society. And it's not like they're going to look down on you for going to an institution that wasn't HFES accredited. It's a different set of coursework.
Yeah. Most people won't know, to be fair.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.